Yes.
Was that funny to you?
It was really funny.
Hi guys, welcome back to Yapville. We're your hosts, Taryn.
And Amanda.
And this is episode 19.
Oh my god, almost 20.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. That is crazy.
25 is like 6 months, I think.
Oh my god, 6 months of Yapville?
I don't know how to hold my mic. I'm so awkward. I'm just like a quirky, silly, different girl.
What's new?
Well,
Did I just touch your toe?
Yeah. Well, once this airs, we will have already had our first video out, which it was a long time coming. I spent 5 hours editing last night, the video. It was such a learning curve. And I'm proud of us for finally getting here.
Yeah, we're finally here.
We're here. And we're unfortunately straight.
So what's up? What's new?
Well, try not to say as much in these episodes.
I know you always say you say like a lot. It's me.
It's both of us, dude.
I know I'm the problem. It's me.
Guys, Amanda and I are just silly girls, and we appreciate you listening to us so much because we say we say like. I am so hard to listen to when I'm reading because I say a sentence and I'm like,
Same.
So thanks for sticking it out with us. We're really trying to get better.
Trying. I feel like we've gotten better slowly.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh.
From like the first episode to now, it's definitely gotten.
It's so much better.
We're like professionals now.
Getting so close. So this week, when we left each other last Sunday, was the Grammys.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And Bianca Censori had her vagina lips out.
Yes.
On the red carpet.
And Kanye West is officially a Nazi.
Oh, yeah. Are we surprised at that? That man was crashing out. Fucking psycho. That man needs to be institutionalized. Stat. So sad because he was such a good artist.
I know.
And he still comes up in my shuffle.
Don't get me canceled for this. I'll always listen to old Kanye.
Oh, yeah. His music's amazing.
He was a different person back then. I'm not trying to like...
separate the art from the artist?
No, what's it called when you're like... I'm not trying to like validate his actions at all. Obviously not.
No. You're not a Nazi.
No. I'm actually the opposite. Yeah, so Kanye West is a bad person now.
He's been for several years.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Did you see Olivia and Sabrina hugged?
Yes, nature's healing.
I know. I love that.
I just want them to become friends. Who cares about that random man?
And Chapel's speech and Lady Gaga's speech were amazing.
Iconic. Back to Bianca, though.
Man is obsessed with Bianca's pussy.
It's just like, okay, I'm all about like, we've seen many nipples on the red carpet. We've seen many boobies on the red carpet. That's fine. I mean, I feel like that's just like girl power, embracing your body. But your vagina? Like, I don't think seeing genitalia on the red carpet has ever really happened.
Remember like 25 years ago when J-Lo had a nip slip and it was like the end of the fucking world?
Yeah. Or was that Janet Jackson in the Super Bowl?
Oh.
Well, that was also like the early 2000s, and like that was a big deal because no one was doing that then.
Oh my god, wait, let's talk about Amanda's new hair.
Oh yeah.
It looks amazing. Shout out Alyssa.
Love you, Alyssa, but I feel very self-conscious.
It's giving Alice Cullen and I love it.
I feel very self-conscious because I'm used to I had 22-inch extensions in.
Yeah.
So now this is a big change, but we're letting my hair get a break.
It looks great.
Thank you.
I love it.
I'm very self-conscious about it. But thank you. I like it. It's just
nature is healing.
I hope. Yeah, the Grammys. Lady Gaga, my mother, my queen, my everything that has ever happened in my life has happened because of Lady Gaga.
It's true.
She's back and her new song is so good. Oh my god, I love her. I'm so happy Gaga's trending again. Like, nature is actually healing because Lady Gaga's trending again. I've been with Lady Gaga through her flops, her flop era.
When did she have a flop era?
I feel like she was flopping a lot during like Everyone says that like the art pop era was like a flop, but it's my favorite era of Gaga.
Which songs are art pop? Because I had like the CD, The Fame, and what was her other one of her first?
Born This Way, or The Fame Monster.
Yeah, The Fame. Is
That's
The
a good one,
Fame
too.
and The Fame Monster?
They're separate.
Okay, I think I had those two. I like. There's nothing else I can say.
Yeah.
Like old, we were in high school Gaga.
Yes, love Gaga then
And
too.
like Telephone with Beyonce, that was like a huge
that was.
thing.
I think that was on Born This Way.
Okay. Art pop. What's art pop?
Art pop is so good, but
Is art pop like grocery store music?
no. You can argue and say that Joanne was like grocery store music.
No
That
way.
was our country era.
I love John Wayne.
Not
Love that song.
yeah, me too. But A Million Reasons and stuff, that was giving grocery store.
Yeah.
But I love it still. Sorry, Gaga. I love you. You do no wrong. I don't care. Art pop was like Applause. I live for the applause.
Oh wait, hold on. Did art pop have 911?
No, it was Chromatica.
That's like one of my favorite Gaga songs.
I loved 911. Her Chromatica era wasn't my favorite.
That's half grocery store music too.
It is, but Rain on Me's on theirs.
Yes. Me and Colin have sworn off that song because when I lived with my roommate Dylan, the love of my life, that man, he listened to it fucking stop.
Me too.
Blasting all day on
me too.
repeat. It's like
same.
But what is the song called? I just forgot.
Rain on Me?
Rain on Me is like my
Like you hate it now.
No. Rain on Me is like my hot to go or like Pink Pony Club, like nonstop.
Oh, same. It saved. I always say this. I can't believe Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga saved COVID. They saved the pandemic with that song single-handedly.
God.
They did.
Maybe it was just a bad time in my life. It was COVID. I was working at the post office. Like,
They really did save it. And their performance of it, with it in the masks. Oh my God. But anyway, I'm sorry. I know you love Taylor Swift, but I'm so fucking happy she didn't win anything.
I think she's happy too, honestly.
Oh my God. I was so happy.
I don't want to defend a billionaire, but I'm going to. Like, I don't know. I don't agree with her putting out, like, just different colors of albums. That's insane.
Money grab.
But
you would do it too for a check.
Yeah, she genuinely, I feel like, cares about other artists. Like, she went through a lot of shit for herself. Like, all that Taylor's version shit. Like,
no, yeah. That I started, like, respecting her a lot when all that shit was happening with her. Who was it? Her man, like she couldn't have the access to her own music or something. So then she re-released it all.
I don't know. Something about rights to music. And I always thought it was Jack Antonoff, but I didn't realize he's like a good guy. I thought he was like
who
a
like
villain.
writes her songs.
Yeah,
and he's married to Margaret Qualley, who I love.
I don't know who that is.
Watch The Substance.
Oh my God, yeah, I should. I need to. Oh, that's something I have to talk about later.
What?
But I want to finish our Grammy.
Okay,
conversation.
Grammys.
Lottie's the cutest cat ever. Come here, baby.
Our special guest is here.
Lottie. Well, we'll keep talking till she needs a minute.
Taylor Swift didn't win. I was kind of sad that Beyonce won Album of the Year because I don't think anyone really listened to Cowboy Carter.
Yeah,
but
I didn't.
Like,
there was a trending TikTok song, but yeah, that was a weird album to be Album of the Year. I thought
Brat should have won.
Was that even nominated?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Yeah, Brat should have won, or like, I know, Billie Eilish.
Oh yeah, Billie kind of got snubbed this year too, but let's give other artists let's give other artists
like
chances to win shit. That's why I was excited Taylor didn't win. I was kind of excited Billie didn't win because girls, enough. Let's give it to somebody else.
What year did Olivia Rodrigo's...
I just went to go vape and I put the microphone in my mouth.
Olivia Rodrigo's album. I don't know. Let's see if this phone even works.
If it's connected to Wi-Fi, it should.
Come comparison is killing me slowly. Let's see. I love Olivia.
Oh, hi, Lottie. Come here. Oh, she's not going to come here.
Oh, Guts. Guts came out in 2003, so... But Guts Spilled came out in 2003. I love that album.
2003.
2023.
I was like, was Olivia Rodrigo even born in 2003? Probably not.
Me such an evil look right now.
Have you seen that picture of Tate McRae, Olivia Rodrigo, and like Kid Leroy together on a boat?
No.
They look like they'd bully you in high school. They look just like normal kids, but they look mean.
The video of Chapel, Billy, and Sabrina?
Yes.
And it's like the three girls that chase around Eddie. Yes. That is so funny.
Love Sabrina. Her performance was so cute. My coworker at work keeps saying she's a tramp. It makes me really sad about it because she's
just
not.
Jealous. They're just jealous.
Because like she's not. She's just like this cute little Polly Pocket girl.
She's just a girl.
And she's just singing about sex. Who cares?
Yeah.
She's like, no, my teenager should not be listening to that.
I understand that, but that's what
Girl, we were listening to a lot worse when we were teenagers.
God.
Like Eve.
Who's that cat? La-la-dee, la-la-dee. She's out of frame for everyone who's watching us on YouTube, but I got the viral couch from Aldi, the viral cat couch. It's so cute.
It is so cute. Like, I wish I was a cat so I could sit on that.
You should get your cats one.
I should. They love their cat tree. They're obsessed.
So, tonight is a Kendrick Lamar concert.
Yes! Go Kendrick! I love him!
Go sports!
Me and Taryn have loved Kendrick Lamar for a very long time. Not just because he's like trending now. We've always loved him. We went to go see him live in 2017. It was one of the best days of my life. I always think about it.
2017?
Yes. June 2017.
That wasn't 2018?
It was 2017.
Oh my goodness.
Uh-huh. One of the best concerts.
I thought it was 2018, but it doesn't matter. Regardless, we had so much fun that day.
It was probably, I'm not kidding, probably one of my favorite shows I've ever been to.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. I scream. I have so many videos from that night, and it's just so embarrassing listening back because I'm just singing.
There's a really funny video of me and Amanda, and I'm so drunk my eyes are rolling in the back of my head, but we're just like lip singing the song.
We were both very drunk that night. That was probably the most drunk I've been since then. Like, I've never haven't been that drunk since that one time.
So I'm excited for the Kendrick Lamar concert. I can't wait to see who the special guest is.
I think it's SZA. I thought everyone knew that it was SZA.
She was supposed to be at that. Well, guys, I'm so out of the loop because I got a new phone. I kept my old phone, like I said, for TikTok, but I don't really watch it as much.
That's crazy.
Yeah, what's gonna happen when everyone starts to get new phones? Like, TikTok's really
It'll
gonna
come back.
gone. I hope I can download it on my new phone soon.
No.
But
you've been out of the loop. Why?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know any of the trends. Like,
I thought that it was announced that SZA was gonna be there, but I guess maybe I'm thinking of something else. But I can't believe that. Like, I know Drake is just so butthurt.
Good.
That Kendrick won a Grammy for the biggest diss ever and is now going to perform at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I saw a post and it was like maybe saying something about like, this is why you shouldn't be the bigger person. And I was like, oh, that's what I've always said.
Yeah, no, Kendrick ate him alive.
Off.
Don't ever get into a battle with Kendrick because he will fucking destroy you. Clearly. I love him so much. I'm so excited to watch his concert tonight. Because we need a good Super Bowl performance. I know, like, the last few years has been okay. Like, there was Shakira and J-Lo. Mm-hmm. And the one before that, after that was, like, Usher. And Ludacris was there. That was good, but I want, like, an iconic one. Like, Lady Gaga. I'm a little biased, but Lady Gaga's was fucking iconic. Like, I need another iconic one.
I have not watched Super Bowl in probably 5 years.
I watched it because of my boyfriend. So now it's like a little tradition, I feel like. He's like, are you going to be home in time for the Super Bowl? I'm like,
I'll try.
Yeah, yes, I will be. I don't really understand what's happening.
No, sports. Go team.
I've been around football my entire life. My parents were always huge football fans, and I still can't fucking understand what's going on. And my grandma, I always think of my grandmother, R.I.P. Queen. She, the one year we were watching it on Thanksgiving, and she's like, you know those lines aren't actually on the field, the ones that like move and shit. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, grandma, those are so real. Funny. So every time I watch football, I'm like, oh, my grandma's sweet angel didn't know.
Sweet angel Gertrude.
So what were you gonna say? You're like, I have to talk about that.
So this week is like Christmas for me.
Why?
All my favorite shows are coming back.
Oh, Yellow Jackets is coming back.
Yes. So Yellow Jackets and White Lotus next week.
I haven't watched any of
And
them.
Love is Blind, which I love Love is Blind. I'm sorry. And this past week, I don't know when it came out, but this past week sometime, I think, School Spirits, second season came out. Have you seen that show?
Nope.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I haven't been watching anything.
I cannot wait for season 2 of Yellow Jackets, guys. My cat Lottie I was talking to earlier, she's named after one of the characters. I'm just so fucking excited. I love that show so much. That show's like my personality.
I've heard that I would really love that show for many people, not just you.
Mm-hmm.
I got 10 minutes into the first episode and then I couldn't pay attention.
And White Lotus is back. I'm sad. Spoiler alert, if you didn't watch the last season. I'm sad that my girl... I can't even think of her name now.
Is it Jennifer Coolidge?
I'm sad my girl Jennifer Coolidge won't be there. Oh, I love her so much.
Did you see her like accepting her like, I don't know what it was, the Critics' Choice or Golden Globe Award?
No.
Oh, she's just so cute. You need to see it.
She's perfect. I love her.
She's like, I can't even do an impersonation of her, but she's like, I don't even know what I did to deserve this. Like, she's just a fucking angel.
I love her. And she's vegan.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That makes me love people so much more, even though I'm not vegan. But like Pamela Anderson, I'm like, I love her. She's vegan.
That's so funny.
Could we talk about Pamela Anderson? Because sure. I fucking love her. She's like so wholesome and like, she lives in Canada and like owns a little farm. Like that's a goal. And she's just like grows her own crops and like doesn't wear makeup to anything. Like she's always barefaced.
Yes, I see that she doesn't wear makeup now.
No.
That's awesome.
And she just did have a magazine cover and she was wearing makeup and she looks exactly how she did in the 90s. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
But she's just living this wholesome life. Like I love it for her. And she's just like her true self, not wearing makeup, being an older woman. Like, go queen.
That's like what I want my life to be.
Right.
Okay? With a farm of cats.
Did you watch her? You should watch her documentary.
Yeah, I should.
It's really good. It's really sad because she's clearly still in love with Tommy Lee. Like, really bad. I feel really sad for her, but she's living this amazing life, so.
Why'd they break up?
I don't really know. But he's married to Brittany for long now.
When I lived in California a long time ago, like when Vine was still a thing, I lived in California in 2013 and into 2014. And I went to makeup school out there and I did like this, they call them, it's like a pre-gifting ceremony or something like that. So like before the Grammys or any of those. So I went to one with this lady. That lady, she was fucking nuts. But I met like a bunch of famous people. Like I met George R.R. Martin and his wife. I did her
Love
makeup.
him.
And
was he nice?
Oh my god, they were like so humble. They walked in and I was like, who are those people? Because they were just wearing like jeans and t-shirts.
That's how they are. Well, that's how. I haven't heard about George R.R. Martin in years, ever since Game of Thrones has been gone.
Got a little bow up here.
I know. I'm just trying to, because my hood's really bothering me, so I'm just gonna put it on my head like this.
So I also saw Martin Starr. Do you know who that is?
No, it sounds so familiar.
He was in Freaks and Geeks in Silicon Valley.
I love Freaks and
I
Geeks.
think his name's Martin Starr. But Brittany Fartland. Brittany Furland, whatever her last name is, was one of the people I met. And I was just like, this is weird. She was like only famous on Vine back then.
Is she nice?
Yeah, everyone was nice.
Oh, that's good. I like hearing about nice celebrities. You know who people say he's really mean? It makes me really sad.
Jim Carrey?
No, but is he?
That's what I've heard. Well, that's what I heard, like, in the makeup community, because he's, like, really mean and because he hates prosthetics.
Okay, well, who likes them?
Oh, I had a panic attack putting them on, but...
Yeah, who likes them? So I could imagine he'd be mean.
If you're getting paid, like, $1 million.
That's true. Will Ferrell.
Really?
I love him, and apparently he's a fucking asshole.
Who said that? I don't believe
A lot of people. And it makes me really sad is I fucking love Will Ferrell. He's like one of those people that like are. I love like Bill Hader and Will Ferrell, but comedians scare the fuck out of me. I would never approach a comedian. I feel like they would be so fucking mean. Even Bill Hader, who I think would be like an angel, I think he would like cuss me out. Mm-hmm. They're just assholes. Like Chevy Chase. Have you heard of those stories about Chevy Chase? He's a fucking dickhead.
No, why? Like, why?
I don't know.
You're a fan? Like, I get you leave the house and you can't not be approached. But also, one, you're fucking rich, and two, those are the people who made you. So relax.
I just watched. I shouldn't say I didn't watch anything because I watched the Saturday Night Live movie.
Oh yeah, I saw that on your
It was good.
letterbox.
And it has my letterbox. It has the one girl in there who's everywhere, and I don't know her name right now, and I'm gonna get canceled for it.
Oh, I did watch a movie this week actually, but I stopped paying attention.
What movie was that?
The Royal Hotel, because Julia Garner was in it, and I was like, maybe this is like a, Better Call Saul, how they say
love
it's
that
like a
show.
spin-off of
Breaking Bad.
No, wait, that actually is. Malcolm in the Middle is what to Breaking Bad?
Like a prequel, but it's not.
So I'm like, maybe this movie's like a, what's it called if it's after a prequel?
Sequel?
I don't know. I just wanted to pretend it was like a spin-off of Ozark.
What was
like,
it? Oh,
The Royal Hotel. I'm like,
love Ozark.
but I'm like, well, don't talk about it. I still haven't watched the last episode. I literally don't think I can handle it.
Yeah, that show was very anxiety-inducing. Like, every episode, I'm like, I can't handle this. I can't handle this.
It's not that it's anxiety-inducing. I'm just like, I just fall in love with all the characters.
I love Jason Bateman so much.
Oh, me too. So much.
That's another one who I'm, like, obsessed with.
I just love
And Will
men.
Arnett. I love them all.
I think I just love men named Jason because I love Jason Bateman, I love Jason Segel, and I love Jason Derulo so much. I just love those men.
Those are such a random skew of men.
And Jason Sudeikis is like...
I like Jason Sudeikis, but I think something was with him, too. I think he, like, cheated on his wife or something.
Jason Bateman
As they do.
I'll watch anything with him in it.
The girl I was talking about was Rachel Sonnet. You know her. You see her before.
Oh, yeah. What is she in?
She's from Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. But she was in Charlie XCX's 360 music video.
That's where I remember her from.
I love her voice. It's so, like, what's what I'm looking for? Like a hoarse, like gruff, but I love it.
What is Saturday night on?
I don't know what I watched it on. Maybe Netflix? No. It was good, though. It was cute. It was just like the making of Saturday Night Live and how it all started.
Oh, that's fun.
And they have like someone playing Chevy Chase and like the main OG cast of Saturday Night Live.
Just another thing I want to mention to people watching us on YouTube. I have really, really bad resting bitch face. And I probably look miserable, but I promise I'm not.
Taryn does have really bad resting bitch face. Everyone I feel like thinks you're like so mean, and then they talk to you and you're like, oh, you're just an angel.
The devil.
Also, I just want to fucking apologize to ourselves that why didn't we go see Trisha Paytas on Broadway?
My friends Bob and Donnie did.
No way.
Yeah, of course they did.
I'm so jealous. Oh my God. I've been following. Listen, I know Trisha Paytas. I know Trisha Paytas was problematic in the past. I've been following her since 2009.
Yeah, she's like your favorite girl ever.
She really is.
When I think about her, oh my God, can I speak? When I hear about her, when I see her, I think about you, and same with like Lady Gaga. I think about you and Dylan.
I love those comparisons. Yeah, I love Trisha. I followed her through all her scandals. She's just fucking iconic. Say what you will about her. She's, no matter what she does, she's an icon. She could literally, I was just listening to her podcast before I came here, and she was like, I like got on stage and I could say anything and they would cheer. Like I literally could say pizza and everyone would cheer. Yeah, because everything you do is so fucking iconic.
That's so funny.
I'm really sad I didn't get to go.
Isn't she going on a whole other tour?
She is. And she added like a bunch of dates too. So I could go see her, but this was her Broadway debut. This was like, she is proof that if you just manifest shit, it'll happen.
I know. That's why we're manifesting Yapville getting popular so we can
have money.
Yeah.
We're just struggling girls.
Oh, wait. Another thing I wanted to talk about. Did you see that Poppy was sending people vending machines?
Poppy?
The drink.
Vending machines?
Sending influencers vending machines full of Poppy. And this girl made a post last night and was like, I don't know why like nobody wants to buy Poppy because you sent influencers vending machines. Like, why wouldn't you put a vending machine, give it to like random people,
or like a local grocery store, like something. It's a vending machine.
Can get it for free. Like, don't
put it on the road somewhere.
Yes, like exactly. Like, put it somewhere, like maybe in a community that doesn't have a lot of money.
I know Albany has that like refrigerator.
Yeah, like something like that.
Yeah, that's just out of touch. I can't stand it.
And now I think it's gonna do more bad than good for their company because I feel like everyone's starting to wake up.
Thank God. Let's wake up. Wake it up, everyone. What was I saying though?
Trisha. Broadway. Pizza.
Manifesting. Trisha Paytas is just proof if you just manifest. She's always said she wanted to go on Broadway. That was like her fucking dream, but she said she can't dance and she can't sing. And yet she still made it on Broadway.
She can sing now, right?
Oops. Love you, Queen, but that was a little rough. But it's fine. She's iconic. Like that's
There's auto-tune for a reason.
That's how you have to be though, is like even if you're bad at it, like she didn't fucking care. She was iconic. Everyone was cheering for her. Mm-hmm. I loved it. It was just looked like she was having the time of her life. I did see clips of it. It just made me so happy for her. Like, it made me, like, kind of, like, emotional because I was like, I've been following you since 2009. And, like, I remember you crying in your beach. Well, yeah, that. But I remember her in her beach house in, like, California, like, just, like, wanting to, like, become something.
How could she afford a beach house?
She was an escort, mommy.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
So I'm really proud of her. She just wanted to be an actress and be on Broadway, and that's all she wanted to do. And she has this amazing life now, and I just love her. I'm so happy for her. So I feel it's such like a parasocial relationship. I'm like, yeah, Trisha, like I know her. And
she's a Taurus, so.
See, I love Tauruses. I think it's just that's all the pop culture goss I have.
Mm-hmm. So,
should we get into the stories?
Yeah, let's get into it. Who's going first this week?
I think I went first last week.
Okay.
I remember you saying, if you're nervous. Oh, wait. Was that the week before?
I don't know, but my ears are ringing. Who's talking about me?
Me.
This is so awkward. I can go first if you want.
You know what we should have did?
What should we have did?
Like, maybe we can do it next year. Like the best of episode, like a year recap. Mm-hmm. So we should do that next year, like an award show.
Yeah, we should.
We should get. Oh my god, we should get all dressed up, like get like really fancy and make like an award show of like the best, most messy Reddit story. Mm-hmm. That'd be so fun.
That'd be fun. We should definitely do that.
Or like the best like culture moments that happened.
We could do it at our 6-month mark, like a month and a half away.
And we could like put balloons up and shit. Mm-hmm. That'd be cute.
Yeah, it'd be cute. When we reach our 1 million followers on YouTube.
Sorry, I have to laugh.
You told me to manifest.
I know. I'm not trying to be shady.
When we reach 200 250,000.
How about when we reach 100,000? Okay, that's a big mark.
Even like 1,000.
Yeah, how about at 100?
Yeah. 100 subscribers on YouTube would be crazy.
20 would be crazy.
We have 13 right now. Because I beg people. Yeah. It's all of our friends.
We stand outside with signs that say, please subscribe to Yapville.
All right, let's get into this week's episode. Or this week's stories.
I have to stretch my leg out. I'm so sorry.
So, guys, I'm going to try really hard to read better for you.
To everyone, comment right now and tell Taryn she's perfect and her reading is amazing.
Please don't do that. Okay. So this one is a day old. It's coming from AITAH. The title is AITA for setting my wedding date for 1 week. My brother-in-law doesn't have custody of his kids. My sister got married last year and it's been a shit show of massive proportions. Her husband's divorced and he has 2 kids, 7 and 11, with his ex. His ex is insane and there's a lot of unhappiness in my sister's home. The kids don't like my sister because of their mom's influence. My sister is pregnant, so that's extra exciting. The kids don't like our family because we're related to my sister. They also started hating on their own aunt because she and my sister have become close since they met. The kids are rude and disrespectful to my sister and us. They throw tantrums, and only their dad can make them stop in the moment. Anyone else steps in, and they fully ignore them. I don't blame the kids, though. Their mom is clearly behaving poorly. She crashed my sister's wedding and caused a scene and tried to take the kids home even though it was his parenting time. A couple weeks later, she was crashing a party at our house and insisting her kids don't belong there. Then a while after that, it was my cousin's birthday party, and she stood outside the venue and yelled at us from a distance. The kids wanted to go with her, and that became a fight. Stuff also happened before the wedding, but too much to list. Brother-in-law took his ex back to court and armed with the proof of her behavior and tried to make her stop or to change custody. But all she got was a warning and no custody change. She continued showing up like that and ruining events or causing a scene. Turns out the kids were telling her all about the plans where they were with us, and she just showed up because she objects to them spending time with my sister or her extended family. I just found out that before Christmas, the ex had run off the woman brother-in-law dated after he and his ex divorced. That her crazy had made the woman nope out. My sister knew and married him anyways. The ex never bothers brother-in-law's family, but she does not want her kids getting close to another woman or becoming a part of the family, and she's doing her best to stop it. Brother-in-law had the kids for Christmas, and they invited both families over. The ex showed up again and caused a scene. The police removed her, like they've done several times already. Brother-in-law and his ex were in court, and the same thing happened before as a warning. I've been engaged for a few months, and my fiance and I finally set a date last month for our wedding. All she wanted was a summer wedding, and what I wanted was a day without my brother-in-law's ex crashing, so we chose a week where brother-in-law won't have the kids. We didn't say when we announced the date, but my sister and brother-in-law noticed that they were annoyed. We didn't say that when we announced the wedding date, but my sister and brother-in-law noticed, and they were annoyed that we didn't take his custody schedule into account. We did, just not how they wanted. We said we were sorry and we couldn't change it now, but hoped they'd still come. My sister accused me of include members of the family by keeping the date. Am I the asshole? No, sounds like you're avoiding drama.
Yeah.
Sounds like the brother-in-law should understand that his ex is insane and like the police have had to be involved prior to her trying to crash parties and throwing fits.
Yeah, she sounds like a crazy person.
You're definitely just trying to enjoy your wedding stress-free.
No, you're not the asshole at all. I feel bad. We hate crazy exes, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Or ones that won't leave you the fuck alone.
The top comment is not the asshole. Those kids don't want to be there anyways, and your sister is delusional if she thinks they do. Spare everyone the drama. If for some reason they end up coming, hire private security.
Oh shit. That'd be iconic. Imagine getting have a bouncer.
Yeah. You kids aren't allowed.
Or just have someone in the family do it.
Also, the kids kind of seem bratty, don't they?
Yeah.
Why would you want them there?
Kids, never mind. I don't know if that's too controversial.
If I had a wedding, which I don't ever plan on having a wedding, there would not be children there.
That's what I was just gonna say. Kids, I don't think should be allowed at a wedding unless it's at my wedding. I had my niece and nephews, and that was it. And it was 18 or over, but it wasn't a strict 18 or over. My niece, my cousin was there who was 17 or 16. I don't care about that. I'm just talking about actual rugrats running around.
Yeah, kids are unpredictable, and it's a day that's very special and you spend a lot of money on. If you want kids there, that's fine, but I wouldn't have kids there. Especially these kids with a crazy mom and don't know how to behave.
Yeah, no.
They have behavioral issues because their mom is a psychopath. OP is pretty active in this. There's another comment. Not the asshole. Your sister and brother-in-law are insane. Why the fuck would you take consideration of an in-law's custody arrangement while planning your own wedding? Your sister married into the crazy because she's mad at herself.
Oh.
OP said, to make sure the kids wouldn't be there, they're a part of the family now, In other circumstances, I do it happily, but having them there means their mom will start something.
Yeah.
That's way too risky.
It is. Does it say how old the kids are?
Yeah, I think it was 7 and 11.
It's young.
That is young. Let's see if there's any updates. No updates.
Plus, I just feel like weddings, like, unless you have, like, a dry wedding, like, it's adults that are dancing and drinking. Like, I just don't think that, like, it's the best place for a child. Unless, like, you can't find, like, childcare. That's one thing, obviously. Like, but, again, like, I just don't think, like, what is a kid really going to do? They're going to be fucking bored.
Yeah, I mean, they can dance around, but no, I agree.
I'd be fucking bored. I remember going to weddings when I was a kid and just wanted to go home.
That's so funny.
No, I love weddings. Invite me to your wedding, please. Please, I want to go to any wedding. I don't care. I don't care if I don't know who you are. I want to go. And I'll probably still cry. I cry at every wedding. I don't even know who you are.
That's so funny. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with not the asshole, OP. Not the asshole at all. All right, moving on to the next story. You ready?
Yeah.
Hit me with it.
Okay, I'm gonna hit you right now. Did you get scared?
I'm so nervous. I actually peed my pants.
My story is coming from Best of Redditor updates from 2 days ago. It's titled, "My husband is getting drinks with a coworker and I'm terrified." My husband, 35 male, and I, 34 female, have been together for 9 years, married for 5. He was showing me a video on his phone the other day and a text came through from a female name and I didn't recognize it. I asked who it was and he said she's a colleague from a company that his company works closely with. He has text previews turned off, so I couldn't actually see what was said, but my suspicions were raised. I know it's wrong, but when he was in the shower that evening, I looked through his phone to see who that girl is and why she's texting him. I found out that they've been getting coffee and lunch during the workday, sometimes to talk about work, sometimes not. Prior to last week, it was maybe once a month communication to plan these, but then she joined a board that he's on last week. So they had a board meeting and then seemed to go out with a group for drinks after until about 11. I did know that he was out with his colleagues during the time and I wasn't concerned. What is concerning is that he texted her that night making sure she got home safe and telling her how much fun he had, but he'd be hoping to see more opportunities to talk to her instead of everyone else. Uh-oh. The next morning, he texted her good morning and asking her to drink one-on-one next week. She agreed, and he said he couldn't wait. My stomach hurts. Texting her good morning. You shouldn't be texting anyone good morning besides her. Of course, I looked her up, and she's very beautiful, probably in her mid-20s. Rated that she's a colleague and is helping him get connected with exciting opportunities in her organization. I know he's been really focused on networking and she has a lot of high up community connections that it looks like she's introduced him to. He's a friendly guy who likes to be involved through board work, professional groups. I don't want to go scorched earth and accuse him of anything inappropriate since my insecurity has been a major issue we've worked through in the past, but I'm terrified he's going to cheat on me. Would this send off alarm bells for you, and how would you respond without accusing him of ruining the marriage? So the top commenter is, if nothing else, he's a crush and is sliding straight into emotional affair. Not knowing him, I couldn't say, but straight to physical would be some guy's response if she is reciprocating the interest. OP said, ugh, it all seemed professional up until last week. But yes, he was the one reaching out to plan things and would occasionally steer the conversation away from work, asking how her day was, if she has any plans, anything that they should do together over the weekend, and she seemed to shut it down. But now after last week, it seems that she's saying yes to the text from both of them have gotten much less professional with smiley faces, multiple exclamation points, that sort of thing. And then someone else said, based on the conversations you've seen, is he generally the one initiating contact? And OP said, he's literally always the one initiating.
Oh, God. She shouldn't worry about... OP mentioned that they had issues in the past because of her insecurity, but wouldn't this make you insecure?
This would make me... Yeah. No, I mean, I'm already an insecure person, but
That's not going to make you feel good about yourself.
the good morning text is
That's
insane.
weird. That's so weird.
I understand texting your friends being like, did you get home safe? But then being like, I had a great time. I can't wait to do it one-on-one next week.
That's
Girl.
so weird.
Okay, so there's an update on January 30th. And it says, well, you are all correct. I continued to moderate. I continued to monitor his texts without saying anything, and he continued to be flirty, texting her good morning, telling her how he couldn't wait to see her, and how happy he was to hear from her throughout the day. They did go out for dinner and drinks the other night. Kudos to her for not saying anything, because I'd be like, you're not fucking going. Are you fucking kidding me?
What a spy.
I know, like, wear, like, sunglasses and, like, your hood up.
Like a couple of your girlfriends, like, just sit at a couple booths over.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like they must have gotten what. It sounds like it must have gone well, since they are now having flat-out conversations to set up the framework for their affair.
Oh, Jesus.
They discussed that they want to keep things private and out of work, and that she doesn't like that he's married, that they both have mutual feelings and are going to continue and are on the same page about everything, and that she initially didn't want to start this, but has developed feelings that she can't ignore. While my husband told her that he's always had feelings and he couldn't resist her. Not sure if anything physical happened, but I'm assuming it did. I thought I'd be heartbroken, but now I'm just furious, and I'm getting my affairs in order to confront him and end the marriage. Oh, and that's it. Thanks for all the feedback and advice.
That's so sad. What a scumbag her husband is. That is...
Your gut's always right, girls.
Yeah, literally.
It always is. Trust your gut. Confront him. Leave him. I give her massive kudos for not saying shit to him and letting him actually go out.
I'm almost wondering, is it like better in the divorce if she just keeps going along with it, then he cheats and she catches him? Like,
yeah, I mean, it depends on what state you're in. New York State doesn't give a fuck about cheating. They don't care. The courts in New York State, at least, they don't care about the technicalities of like why the marriage ended. They don't want the drama of that. They just want to know, do you want child support, etc., etc.
That must be like so gut-wrenching. Did it say how long they were together for?
Married for 5 years.
Wow.
They were together for 9 years, married for 5.
That's so crazy. I wonder if he cheated prior to this.
Someone said she could easily catapult them out of their company. They want to keep things privately and out of work.
True. Yeah, I would just go straight for destroying his entire life. But that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, you probably could get him fucking fired. They can't. That's like super unprofessional.
I wonder if he's like superior to her or vice versa.
I know. I feel really bad for her. Someone said, I don't understand why people cheat. Just like break up or get a divorce.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Just have a conversation with your partner and be like, I know it's a hard conversation to have, to be like, I'm not feeling this anymore. Yeah. I'm sure your partner probably feels the same if your relationship isn't happy. I'm sure they'll probably have some feelings pushed down deep inside too that are like, just, I'm not happy anymore. Could we work on this if you want to work on it? Or I think we should like look into a divorce. Right. Why? Cheating just makes it 1,000 times fucking worse.
Because people don't, well, first of all, it's a man. Sorry, guys. People don't care. And people don't care, and I feel as though some people cheat for like the thrill of it. Like,
I think so too.
Away.
Especially, I think that's why women love. I shouldn't say, that's a very generalized statement. Some women like to date married men because it's the thrill. Like, oh, you're choosing me over your wife. You must really like me.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Birds. I feel really bad for OP, and I really want to update of how she confronts him.
Yeah, we'll have to save this one.
I think the worst part about cheating to me is how like stupid you think I am. Like, you think I'm fucking stupid that I don't know what's going on. I got a gut. Figuratively and physically. And I fucking know everything.
Cheating is so selfish. Not only you're destroying the relationship, but you're impacting the person you're cheating on for maybe the rest of their life. Who knows?
It is.
But they're not going to ever be able to trust people again.
Yep. It does impact you for the rest of your life because you're never going to feel you're good enough for anybody ever.
Yeah.
Just girly things. Come
here.
Don't cheat. Just fucking leave because it ruins their life, and they're always gonna think about it, and it's really sad. And men are selfish, but women also cheat. So
yeah. All right, OP. We wish you all the best, and maybe this is a good thing that. You're smart and brave enough to leave him, and I hope the rest of your life, you go out there and. I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
Look at me. I was in a relationship for 9 years, married for 3 or 2. I don't really remember.
And now you're living your best life. You're a famous podcaster.
I'm a famous podcaster. No, I thought my life was over, but it's not. It's just beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
And now I'm with a great guy named Edwin, and he's really nice to me.
Named Edwin.
He's really nice to me and not mean to me.
And we love him.
And when he's doing something in the house, working on something, and I have to, theoretically hold the flashlight, I'm not fucking shaking and cowering of holding the flashlight or apologizing a million times. He's like, it's fine. Why are you so upset? And I love that.
I love that for you, too. And I hate your ex a lot.
What? What'd you say?
Okay, let's take our short intermission. All right, Amanda, you're editing this one. I just want to say I love you at the beginning. Just a little friendly reminder.
Oh, thank you so much. I love you too.
All right, back from our intermission. So this next one is coming from r/wedding shaming from 2 days ago. The title is "My Mother's Speech Completely Embarrassed Me at My Wedding." The tag is family drama.
Love that.
Hi everyone, first time poster here. I, 39 female, recently got married to my amazing husband and had the most incredible day ever. But our parents somehow misunderstood the assignment when it came to speeches at the reception. My mother only talked about key points in my life where I disappointed her or embarrassed her throughout my childhood and teenage years. And one of the memories was particularly really embarrassing. So embarrassing that I made sure she didn't bring it up at my 21st speech when I had it 18 years ago.
Oh, so let's bring it up at the wedding.
At our wedding, she never mentioned anything about my new husband or relationship. She didn't even welcome him into the family. She only talked about how much of an embarrassment I was as a child, and even compared me to my older brother and sister who, quote unquote, never played up until after they left home. It was definitely more of a 21st speech and nothing like Mother of the Bride speech at all.
Ooh.
I cried for a whole day after the wedding over this. I'm extremely disappointed with her, and I let her know her response was that she made a mistake and didn't know what she was saying or knew how to write a speech. Yet, at my sibling's wedding, her speeches were very heartfelt and warm and loving, and how they should be done. She apologized a lot, and I don't know if I can get past this because I feel so let down and so hurt. She had only one chance to get it right and totally blew it. She also had this speech written down and prepared. It wasn't off the cuff at all. Everyone I love and respected was in that room at the reception, including bosses, business associates, past work colleagues, college friends, neighbors, family friends, extended family, all my besties, etc. I feel like she was just out to get laughs from people and didn't focus on what a wedding was actually about. I understand you can make a little bit of fun of the bride and groom, but not for the whole speech to be taking the piss. I know she's feeling really awful about how she let me down. She helped out so much with preparations for months leading up to the wedding. I love her so much, but I don't know if I can get past this. I feel like she doesn't respect me at all. Being the youngest too, she still treats me like I'm 16 years old. I feel like I've lost all respect for her and I don't even want to see her, as I know she'll give me a hug and tell me to get over it and move on. I don't know if I can move on from this. I want to punish her by going low contact, but at the same time, I don't hate her. I just hate what she did. I only get one mum in this world. I also don't want to let her off the hook too easily. It was my only once-in-a-lifetime wedding day. My husband's father's speech was very similar, but he's choosing to not let it get him down as it wasn't quite as degrading as my mother's speech was. Edit. I'm in New Zealand and the 21st party is often a big deal here.
That's fucked up.
It's hard because well, first of all, I don't have a relationship with my mom. Everyone knows that. So I don't know how I would go about this. And your mom's a fucking angel, so...
I would be like, Mom, why the fuck did you do that?
Yeah, it sounds like they have a good relationship, but I would be very hurt. I would probably do what OP's doing, lay low for a few weeks, and...
I feel bad. Like, I understand, like, my whole family is very much like, if we don't pick on you, we don't love you, but I think my mother would know not to do that at my wedding.
Yeah. That's just so mean, and to know that your mom did a speech at your 2 older siblings' wedding.
And it was beautiful. Yeah. And yours is like, you're an embarrassment to the family.
So it's not that mom doesn't know how to do a wedding speech. How could you talk like that to your kid in front of...
It's one thing to be like, I remember when you were just a kid and you drew all over the walls.
And you shit in the bathtub that one time.
Yeah, for like one story to make everyone like laugh, but like just to continuously be like, oh, and then you got pregnant.
Yeah, you're a fucking disappointment. I'm gonna let everyone in this room know.
Remember when you flunked out of grade school?
And that's making so many other relationships in OP's life awkward. Not that it should, but it could.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure the audience is probably like, ooh.
Like her bosses and shit are there. That's...
It's so embarrassing.
Awkward. Also,
Mom should have read the room.
Why would you have your boss at your wedding? Because I know I'm getting shit-faced. So top comment is, I bet more than a few people at the wedding were appalled by her speech. Mm-hmm. They probably have sympathy for you because they think your mother's not very nice for saying what she said. If she mentions her speech again, I would tell her she made a fool of herself in front of your guests.
Yeah, make her feel bad about it.
Another comment says, it's quoting I would tell her she made a fool of herself in front of your guest. Absolutely. OP should internalize this. Telling her mother this will embarrass mother far more than telling her that her speech hurt OP. OP is still trying after 39 years to win mother's approval, which sadly it doesn't seem possible. And if it were me, I'd enlist everyone who knows mother to tell her the same thing. Let mom know from every corner of the room just how she sounded. Then maybe it will sink in. I don't know. I'm so petty. I wouldn't get over it for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know what
I'm trying to picture.
Can do though.
I can't picture as my mom wouldn't do that.
I'm trying to put myself in OP's shoes. Let's see, this comment, a lot of people are agreeing. I've seen one of those speeches go down before. I was angry for the bride and so were multiple others. People made jokes about wanting to spill their drinks on the bride's mom. Another commenter, my friend's mother roasted her at her baby shower. Why is she making a speech at the baby shower anyways? Because she's a total narcissist. She spent the whole time trashing my friend and mocking her for being a weird child. Not having any friends. I'm shocked so many people showed up to this. Since you've never had any friends growing up, did you pay people to be here?
Oh my God.
Quoting what the mom said at the baby shower. Everyone was appalled, felt bad for my friend, and her mother looked like such an asshole. It's gonna be fucking rough. Moms can be so mean to their kids, and I'm sorry, it was your choice to bring us into the world.
I guess, if anything, this can give OP, a peace of mind that, this just makes her mom look bad. It doesn't make you look bad.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be embarrassed. Your mom should be.
But other than the embarrassing thing, that hurts to hear that from your parents.
Mm-hmm.
So, OP, I would say just take all the time you need because it takes time to heal from hearing that shit from your parents. Maybe if you really want to, rekindle your relationship with your mom, first give it time, see how she reacts, and then maybe go to a counselor together if she would be down for that, because that is so fucked up to say to your kids. And I would definitely go for the having people text your mom from your family and be like, why would you talk to your kid like that? Right. Just make her feel bad. Make her feel really bad.
Guilt her, guilt her, guilt her, guilt her, guilt her,
guilt her. All right.
Which, speaking of, I follow a Facebook group called That's It, I'm Wedding Shaming or something.
Yeah, I follow that one too.
These people are fucking brutal. Mm-hmm. Brides, mm-hmm. But you can't be my bridemaid if you weigh over 120 pounds and your hair has to be brown and you have to wear the color purple. Too bad if you hate that color. That's what?
I think when you ask somebody to be in your wedding, you're asking them because you love them. So don't make them change anything about themselves. I saw a story like that on Reddit today. I almost picked it.
I don't fucking care. Who cares? I picked my bridesmaids because I loved them. Mm-hmm. And I actually was I'm so sorry that I'm asking you to my wedding because I know how annoying and stressful it is. and how much money it is.
Well, we did it because we love you, girl. So, ready for the next story?
I'm ready. Okay. My next one is coming from Am I the Ass? Nope, it's not. It's coming from Best of Redditor Updates.
A personal fave. Our podcast should just be...
Best of Redditor Updates.
Yeah. Strictly.
It's from 4 days ago. And this title really spoke to me. Am I the asshole for telling my wife to stop playing Roblox and do her duties as a parent? Okay, it's from January 19th. My 37 female wife and I, 36 male, have always tried to keep the housework pretty evenly split between us. I, for example, mow the lawn and do the laundry and dishes, and she meal plans, cooks, and picks up, drops off the kids. Lately, this has all changed because she has become addicted to a game called Dress to Impress on Roblox.
Can I, intersect here?
God.
I thought Roblox was a game.
It is, but Roblox is first of all,
I thought it was the same as Fortnite.
Well, no.
Are they Lego people in Roblox?
They look like that kind of. But I guess you can play Fortnite in Roblox. It's people create... Look at Lottie. She's so cute. People create games within Roblox. So Dress to Impress is a game in Roblox where you play dolly dress up. It's so fun.
Okay.
So you could probably play Fortnite through Roblox. If you're not familiar, it's a game where you have to dress your character in a themed outfit before the time runs out, and other players rate it from 1 to 5 stars. I loved Dress to Impress. Oh my god, it was so much fun.
Is Roblox just on Steam?
No, you just download it off of Roblox's website.
Oh.
Yep, it's a lot of fun. I was I'm never gonna play Roblox. That's for children. Girl, Dress to Impress changed me.
So you get where this OP's wife is coming
from.
Oh,
yeah. I wouldn't say I was addicted to it, though. That's kind of crazy. It started off harmless, just a fun thing to do during downtime before bed. But recently, she has missed crucial appointments and chores because of this game. Okay, now this sounds like me. I try to be understanding and gently remind her to do her tasks, but she always says she forgot or got distracted. The big argument happened last night when she forgot to pick up our 9-year-old son from a basketball practice, which ended at 6. Okay, that's insane. I hadn't gotten home yet as I had to work late, and our son doesn't have a phone, so I had no way of knowing the situation. I eventually got home around 7, realized he was not in his room, looked around further, and saw that he was nowhere to be found. I walked into our bedroom confused to ask my wife where he was, and found her on her iPad playing the game as always. When I asked her where our son was, her eyes grew wide, and I knew what happened without her even having to say. I immediately got back into the car and went to go pick him up. Luckily, his coach had stayed after to make sure he was getting picked up safe. I apologized profusely. Apparently, he had been calling and texting my wife, who was the emergency contact, but she didn't even notice.
Oh my god. What time was the kid supposed to be picked up?
6. It was 7.
It was 7, okay. Damn.
When I got home, I immediately blew up at her. How could she be so addicted to a kid's game that she completely forgot about our son? Now she's telling me it was a one-time thing and that I'm an asshole for getting angry. I don't know what to think. You forgot
about your child.
Yeah. I don't know what to think. I do kind of understand her side of the story as it only happened one time, but she has to be a responsible parent. She can't just completely forget about our child with no way to get home on his own. So, am I the asshole?
No. A couple things here. One, if you're so addicted to that game, you lose track of time.
Me?
Set an alarm. It takes 1 second. Yeah, but you don't have children you're responsible for.
Yeah.
So set an alarm, 1. 2, you're putting out that coach who is now obligated to probably stay with your kid. What if that coach had somewhere to go?
The fact that she was on her iPad and was texting and calling,
yeah, that doesn't make
you
sense.
Get that through your iPad.
3,
she does not.
What if the coaches just let the kid walk home or something, right, and you got fucking abducted?
She don't gaff. She don't gaff out of here.
She done fucked up. She done gaff.
So
that's so funny. LOL.
LMAO. Not the asshole. This isn't a chore she's blowing off. She's forgetting her own child.
How old is the kid, did it say?
9 years old.
Oh my god. And then, okay, another thing. Your parent forgot about you. How do you think that kid feels?
I know. Sorry, mommy forgot about you because she was playing Roblox. So they actually do mention this. It's her iPad hooked up to her iPhone, because if it is and your wife was willfully ignoring the messages and the calls, those things show up on Apple devices hooked up on the same accounts: iPhone, iPad, MacBook. Also, I would remove your wife from every emergency contact and add yourself. OP said she had her iPad on silent. Still, I feel like she would have seen the notifications. Yeah. Anyway, I texted the coach to add my number to the emergency contact, and hopefully this will never happen again.
Shouldn't both the parents be on the emergency contact in the first place?
I would think so. Another commenter said, "Is this real?" She needs therapy if she's so addicted to a silly kids game with avatars that she forgot about her own child. He said, "I plan on talking to her tomorrow morning because we had the day off and to cool off and think about it. I talked to my son in the car. He seemed okay from my perspective. Obviously a little afraid and confused, but nothing that should impact him for the long run." So there's an update a week and a half later on January 30th, which was the same date as the last story I read. Weird. A lot happened on January 30th. "Hi, everyone. Thank you for all your advice in my previous post. So I decided to have a conversation with my wife the day after I made the post about the time spent on the video game. We talked for a while, and I tried to bring up the important things people talked about in the comments. I saw a lot of people suggesting that I completely block and delete Roblox from her devices, and I brought that up. It's so funny. It sounds like he's talking to one of his kids.
Child parental controls for his wife.
Obviously, she didn't take that well. I told her it's completely unacceptable that what she has been doing, and there needs to be at least a time limit set on her device. I can't control her, but I made it clear it's very important to me. It would damage our relationship if she said no. After I said that, she agreed to the time limits. Another thing I saw in the comments was a concern for my wife's mental health. I appreciate people's insights into this. It's something I don't really have a lot of experience in. I asked her if she would consider seeing a therapist, and she said she would think about it. People were also concerned about how my son is feeling after all this. I didn't realize that it was something that may impact him. I had a conversation with him and made sure he understood his mom, and I love and care for him, and there's nothing like this would ever happen again. I also have ordered him a cheap flip phone so he wouldn't completely be stranded alone if events did end up repeating. If there's anything else I should do differently regarding my son, please let me know, because I don't know how exactly to navigate this situation. After our talk, I don't want to be too harsh on my wife. We love each other, and it's been made more clear after our talk that this should not be a marriage ending or causing any lasting damage. If anyone has any further advice or thoughts, I'd be happy to read it.
That's kind of concerning that he didn't realize it would impact his son.
Yeah.
That should have been your first, obviously his safety first.
But
then second.
I think he meant more in long term. My mommy left me. Is he going to think that when he's 20 years old?
Mommy forgot about me because her Roblox family's more important.
Oh, one of the commenters said, "From my experience, it can be really hard to quit addictive behavior like this."
Oh, bro. It's a video game. Girl.
Listen.
You can't relate, though, because you don't have a child you're responsible for.
I'm responsible for a lot of things in my life, and I put them all off.
Oh, you neglect your pets because you're playing video games?
No.
Exactly.
That's it. That's all the updates. OP is in the comments.
I think the way they're going about it is good. Put a time limit on her. And, I feel like there's going to be an update in 2 weeks. I woke up.
She's still addicted.
I woke up in the middle of the night. She was playing Roblox.
It's one of the comments on the actual post from Best Redditor update said, "But it isn't a one-time thing. It escalated from missing appointments to chores to forgetting her fucking child. If that's not a wake-up call to fix things, I don't know what the fuck is."
Yeah, missing the appointments and stuff, that's not good, but your child's safety now being affected by your addiction to a fucking video game?
That's kind of fucking crazy.
If that doesn't stop...
Roblox, let alone. It's not even this immersive game where you could be I could be playing this for hours and never knows what time it is. It's fucking Roblox.
That's one thing I've noticed on the only video game I play is Supermarket Simulator. Or sometimes, 3 times a year I'll play Just Dance. But on Supermarket Simulator, it doesn't have the time. And I'm obviously I can look at my phone, but I hate that you can't see the time. Same with TikTok. You can't see the time on your phone when you're looking at TikTok.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
That's how they get you.
Spooky.
yeah, mental health could have a major factor on it. I feel like that's why I've always played video games. It's like a nice little fucking escape from reality. So maybe she is depressed. Maybe it is time to talk to a therapist. I just want to be in my little Sims bubble. I've been playing The Sims again recently, The Sims 4, which is so weird because I didn't realize that their 25th anniversary. Sims has been out for 25 years.
Rosebud. What does that do? Just give you unlimited money?
I think Rosebud gives you like a certain amount of money, maybe like 15K or something. Motherload is better. That gives you the 50K. That's the big boy.
Guys, in the comments, put your favorite video game as a child and let me know, did anybody play Digimon on PS1? I loved that game. It was pretty hard. It was like very complex for like a children's video game.
I loved as a kid. I don't know. I loved so many, but I think
Zoo Tycoon.
I love Zoo Tycoon.
There's Roller Coaster Tycoon, Sims, Mall Tycoon.
Love the Sims.
Nothing was like Zoo Tycoon. That's
No.
a hill I will die on.
Planet Zoo. I
How
played
is
Planet
it?
Zoo. It's really fun. But I will say that I was obsessed with game demos. I would always play Pajama Sam and Freddy Fish and Putt Putt Goes to the Zoo. That was my favorite. But I only played the demos because my grandma refused to buy me the actual games. But I did play Putt Putt through and through. Love that shit. But I had this game called Rayman. It was for my computer, my mom's computer. And it lagged so bad. You guys don't understand how bad this shit lagged. I couldn't even play the fucking game. But there I was at like 6 years old trying to play this game that clearly could not run on my mom's computer. But I still tried playing it. It would crash every time I got to a certain point. But I just kept playing it. So I would reopen it and play it to the point where it would crash. And then just reopen it and play it to the point where it would crash. I was obsessed. And I would love to revisit that game now. Because I could probably... Obviously, I couldn't run fucking Rayman. But anyway, I'm playing The Sims 4 right now. I didn't realize... I got into The Sims 4 again. Just recently, I was watching my friend play it. And I was like, this looks fun. And I didn't realize it was their 25th anniversary, like, last week. So now everyone's playing The Sims. And they just now announced new shit coming out.
That's fun.
But I'm fucking addicted. So, yeah. It's my annual Sims month where I play The Sims and don't touch it again for 5 years.
Yeah, I remember I bought The Sims a couple years ago, and it's on my MacBook, but I don't know what version I bought, and I just didn't actually end up playing it.
I pirated everything.
You're gonna get us demonetized.
If anyone wants the link, let me know.
Okay, this one's a little confusing because I don't want to give away the title just yet, but they're posting in like legal advice, draw off my chest.
Oh, they're posting it in multiple places?
Yes, and
Legal advice, I like this.
oh, this is a messy, long story, guys.
Oh, let me get cozy, comfy cozy.
It's being posted in Marriage. It's being posted in, I think it was Best of Reddit or Updates. But it seems like the one I have is from Chew Off My Chest, but it's an update. So this is from 8 days ago. I believe this is the first post. A lot of the posts have been removed. So I'm going to start with this one from 8 days ago. I think the one that I originally was going to read is an update. So this one is 8 days old, coming from Chew Off My Chest. The title is, My POS dad slept with my wife and got her pregnant a long time ago.
What?
I had a shit show birthday with a few close friends at my own house. At the end of the party, everyone left. My dad told me that he needed to confess something that was killing him inside. I said, sure. He first started off saying that he did a lot of wrong to me and my wife. He hoped I could forgive him. I was confused as to what he was talking about. I asked what he did that he needed my forgiveness. He said to me that when I was away on a business trip, he invited my wife. My wife and dad got together one day and ended up doing the thing that led my wife to carrying his baby. I just responded with, what the fuck, is this a joke? He told me that he was being serious and not lying to me. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. He kept going on and on saying that the baby didn't survive. I couldn't bear to hear it, and I just said, stop the bullshit, and told him to leave my house. I physically pushed him out of my house, and I went directly to my bedroom. My wife wasn't at my birthday party at all. She was hanging out with her girls. We were planning to go out for a date night later, but it's not going to happen. My wife doesn't know that I know my dad confessed to me about the affair. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to look at my wife and ask if this was true or not. After some time, I went downstairs to check the front door. My dad was still in his car waiting. He was just staring at his steering wheel, crying. I really wanted to go to him, wanted to say something, but couldn't because I didn't trust myself not to do something cruel. My wife still hasn't come yet, and I'm writing this. Thanks, piece of shit dad, for giving me the best gift I ever needed. You are the best dad ever.
Oh my fucking God.
So the top comment on this post is, I don't know how parents can be this cruel to their own children. What the fuck is wrong with people? Fuck them both. They betrayed you in so many ways. Wishing you the best, OP, and that you can move past this. Somebody else commented, this is the second post I've seen within 24 hours about someone's significant other fucking their parent-in-laws. Divorce is the only option. Jesus.
How would you fuck your in-laws?
That's fucking gross. Ooh. All right, so here's the updated one. My goodness, guys, there's a bunch of updates on this. This is getting really confusing. Okay, so this is the second update. It looks like there's going to be a few updates. After I wrote this, I went outside and didn't spend the night in my home. The day after, in the morning, I drove back to my house. I saw my dad's car, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is he here? I entered my house and heard loud noises coming from the living room. My heart sank deeply into the ground. My mind went to them fucking each other. I caught my dad and wife together. She was crying very loudly, and my dad was saying things like, it's going to be okay. Take deep breaths. I am at fault. You didn't do anything wrong. When I saw them in the living room together, I stared at them with the expression of, what the hell's going on? Y'all fucking again? My wife said it's not what I think. And my dad adds that they weren't doing anything. They have been trying to get a hold of me to see what's up. I asked my wife why out of all the people she had to call my dad instead of her girlfriends that she was hanging out with on my birthday. She said that it's because she wanted to get over quickly and her girls had nothing to do with this. I asked my dad why he had come here to comfort her instead of sending someone else to check on her. He said the same thing, that he knew I would come here eventually and that he wanted to sort this all out with us being present together. I said to the both of them, you guys could have called me. To be frank, they sent messages, but I didn't have the balls to face them yet, so I didn't reply. I also said that they are painting the wrong picture and that this isn't the way to go about it. My coolness left my body. I got pissed again. I just threw my ring on the floor and walked away to the door. My wife's cries intensified and told me to listen. I ignored her. My dad started following me and told me to just stay a while. I turned around to him to tell him not to dare follow me. I stormed off to my car. I screamed my lungs out, and my neighbor noticed, so she approached me to see if everything was okay. I said that nothing is okay, that I need someone to talk to. We went to her house, and I told her everything. She was so angry at them for me and was ready to burn their lives with me. She suggested that I find a therapist and a lawyer and advised me to escape them for a better life and never look back. She offered to be with me when I faced them. She hugged me and I cried. I spent the rest of the day at her house coming up with a plan on how to confront them together. Here and there, I looked outside to see if my dad was still there. At some point during the day, he left. I spent yesterday night at my neighbor's place. Not even once did my dad or wife come and knock on the door. They don't care about me at all to check on me. Yet they give a fuck to each other to immediately be together while disregarding the pain and devastation that they caused me to go through for no other fucking reason than their selfish evil desires. I wish my dad was the one there for me, lessening the pain. I wish my wife was the one holding me tight to her heart, but they don't give a fuck about me. Instead, they were there for each other, fucking each other emotionally. They literally forgot my existence. At this point, I was 100% sure that my piece of shit dad was telling the truth after seeing them together like that. Despite having a horrible family, I'm grateful that I have good neighbors who are willing to go to war for me and stand up for me in my worst time, and that I once again realized how much of a blessing this is to me. I'm a little more hopeful that I will be able to overcome this and that this shall also pass. Currently, I'm at my neighbor's place, and this week we are going to confront them. I will let you guys know how that goes. Hope for the best, expect the worst.
Holy shit.
There's another one. Okay, this is the third and I believe final update to this 3-part saga. I went to my female neighbor's house an hour later or so. My wife kept calling me. She called me 3 times, but I ignored her. On the fourth call, my neighbor told me to pick up the phone, so I answered. She stopped crying, but she was still so distressed from her voice. She asked how I was doing and really wanted me to come back home, but I said I can't. She asked if she could talk over the phone. I said yes, and then she said that she indeed was together with my dad when I was in the business trip. She said that one day he invited her over, so she went to his place. At the time, my wife was unemployed looking for jobs. She was already stressed from not having any income and was lonely because of me being away from home frequently for long periods of time. My dad lost his wife at the time, which made him lonely too. My grandfather had his own business and gave it to my dad in the last years. He passed away too. During that time, my dad was running the business. He thought he'd make a deal with my wife. The deal was that my dad will give my wife a position at the business in exchange for sex to fulfill his widow's fire. That's how everything happened. I really was speechless when she told me these things. I didn't know how to react, but I thanked her for telling me her side of the story and said that I'll get back to her later. I hung up. We recorded the whole telephone call. My neighbor said that we should send a message to my dad confirming my wife's side of the story. That's what I did and asked my dad if the things that my wife said were true. He said yes. I took a screenshot of our exchanged text. Now that the truth came out, I feel better, but it has raised more questions. Like, why sleep with my dad just to get a job? Why sleep with my wife instead of an escort to get rid of your lonely night? None of their reasons excuse their evil acts of betrayal and infidelity towards me. Once my dad confirmed everything, my neighbor and I went to my house and told my dad to come over. We had the talk finally. They said that this happened on a weekend. They spent the whole weekend together, constantly having sex without any protection. And it was just on that weekend. After that, they never had an intimate connection. I asked my wife if she slept with anyone else. She said no. Regarding our kids, I requested my dad order 3 DNA tests for each of us to confirm any suspected paternity. My kids don't have to take a DNA test because they already did the ancestry test to learn more about genealogy a few years ago. We didn't. But now that they are in this situation, we are going to. However, my wife was annoyed that I was requesting a DNA test. She got so disappointed and told me that I don't trust her and that I insinuated that those children aren't mine. When my wife told me not to request a DNA test, my neighbor said, "You have to do the DNA test." And of course, he doesn't trust you anymore. If you have nothing to hide, why are you so against the DNA test? My wife responded, "Don't poke your nose into this. This is between me and my husband." My neighbor then said to my wife, "Unlike you, I don't poke my nose into other men's dicks, let alone my father-in-law's dick." My wife couldn't say anything to that. She reluctantly agreed to take the DNA test. My dad ordered the test in front of all of us. My dad once again told me how remorseful he was. He kept apologizing over and over again. My wife was the same. They started crying again, and I got pissed again. I told them, "You guys are pieces of shit, and that I never expected this from you." I told my dad that he could have slept with any other woman out there, but selfishly decided to sleep with my wife. I also told my wife that she is so cheap that she literally sold her body for sex just to get a job at my dad's business, and the expense of destroying our family. I asked her if my dad's job in the family was worth it. She couldn't even give me an answer. She was guilty. She told me that she should have been more patient in getting a job she liked, but then she confessed to me that she voluntarily left his business because of the guilt of what she did in order to get the job. I asked my dad why he confessed now, and asked my wife why she kept the secret. My dad told me that he just wanted to clear his conscience of this heavy guilt, that he was having a hard time living his life with this big of a vile secret. My wife told me that she didn't want to ruin our relationship and that she feared she'd lose me. I said to my wife that had she had told me immediately at the time, then our relationship could have been saved. But after a lifetime of our entire marriage built on lies, she brought this upon herself and that her fear is now coming true. As for my dad, I told him that he is such a piece of shit and he will always carry this guilt from now on. He's going to live with the guilt of breaking our family for the rest of his life. I told them both that at the end, they are just losers, that they will never get our family back. I told them that it was so clear how they were dying to be in each other's pants, and finally, they can have each other. My neighbor said to them that you guys deserve each other and fuck yourselves to rot in hell. You are the worst monsters I've ever seen. If you have read my comment, you know how my wife sent my dad an email saying it's all over. I told them both loudly and clearly, it wasn't over at the time, it's all over now. At this point, my dad couldn't bear to look at me anymore, so he just left our house. And my wife had a full-blown breakdown. She was hitting herself, curling on the floor, screaming.
Oh my God.
While I just looked at her with contempt and disdain. I quietly said to myself that she deserved all of this, and this is only the beginning of her pain and the destruction that she caused. I just looked at her. Once her breakdown was over, I just asked her to leave, but she begged to stay, which I said that she can't stay anymore and that she has to leave for a few days. After an hour of begging, she just said fuck it and left. I don't know where she went, but I am happy and relieved. I don't care to know where she is. I don't want to think about her anymore, nor my dad. In the midst of an ugly confrontation, my neighbor recorded everything. After my wife left, my neighbor sent me the recording and said how proud she was of me standing up for myself and keeping my coolness, and that I deserved happiness in the world, and now that I am free to get the life I deserved away from these pieces of shit. We hugged and cried again. I'm so happy that I have the best neighbor in the world, and I wish that my wife was like her instead of being a monster. So the confrontation happened, and we are now awaiting the DNA test kits. We will do the test and send it off. We'll wait a couple weeks for the results to come, and let's see what we're gonna come across. I hope a bag of whole other lies isn't opened, but you never know. Gotta prepare for the worst. Now the question is, are these kids mine, my father's, or somebody else's?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
That was like really intense. That was a lot to read.
I think the most fucked up part about all of this is that she did that for a job and then didn't even stay there. Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't know. From like reading this, all the like kudos to the neighbor.
The neighbor sent from fucking heaven. Like, yeah. What? If my neighbors were screaming at each other, I would simply close the door and pretend I do not hear.
Yeah, seriously.
I would not be like, come on in.
That is crazy. It almost like, I do question if this one is real, but if it is...
I mean, it's a very detailed. They're disgusting.
Oh, that's weird. Sleeping with your father-in-law. That's
why wouldn't you just go right to your husband and be like,
your dad
creep. Tried to fuck me.
Your dad's a fucking creep, bro. He tried to fuck me to give me a job. Also,
you don't need a job that bad.
No. Also, why he's your father-in-law? Why not just give you a job? Like, that is so weird. Like, obviously the father-in-law is a fucking pig, and the wife fell for it. Or that's just some elaborate thing that they made up because the dad seemed to feel really guilty.
I mean, so maybe.
Who knows? I'm thinking, like, what if the wife came on to the dad? And they made up this whole lie.
Yeah, and for her to be so lonely because he was on a business trip, bitch. How are you that lonely for a few days?
Get a vibrator, girl.
No, not even. Invite your friends over if you're lonely in that way.
Yeah, depends on how you're lonely.
Still, don't just be like, my husband's gone for a few days. I'm gonna fuck his dad.
The top comment on the final post is, do you believe your wife that she's telling the truth when she says that she just hasn't slept with anybody else and she slept with your dad just once? OP said, I lost all of the remaining trust I had in her. Somebody said, as you should, the tramp didn't slip up and do it just once. No, the entire weekend they had a fuck fest.
Ew, with your father. And for him to say, I'm sorry, but if he said that, like, if she had mentioned this maybe before, like a while ago when this had happened, I still don't think it's salvageable. I don't think that her fucking your dad in any capacity would be salvageable for your relationship. I think that relationship's over. It's over.
In the comments, people are saying it's fake and, like, they're making up lore about it. It's pretty funny.
That neighbor... Maybe it is fake because what neighbor would do that?
It's not like, I'm not saying it in that way. Like, if that is a real neighbor, that's a good neighbor. But he just kept saying, I have the best neighbor in the world. And it's like, why are you focusing on that right now?
I think he's in love with her.
Maybe.
I wish my wife was more like her.
Maybe the neighbor's in love with him and made this whole, like, thing.
She's like, enabling it.
Yeah. That was a wild ride, guys. Thanks
that was fucking crazy. I hope your kids are yours. That'd be really fucking sad if not.
I like think about situations like that. Like, say the kids aren't his. Would you, like, stay being their father figure? if they're
You
like,
love them. I'm sure you love them.
yeah, like you love them like they're your own kids.
Or would you just give them here, Dad? These are yours.
That was one wild ride.
All I gotta say is thank God for his neighbor. He's the best neighbor in the world.
That's gonna be the title, best neighbor in the world. All right, moving on to the next one.
All right. My last story is coming from Am I the Asshole from 7 months ago. And it's titled, Am I the Asshole for telling her to stop spending $45 on burgers weekly? Meet Edwin. Hold on, let me adjust.
I want a yummy veggie burger right now.
That sounds delicious. I used to eat Bosco burgers all the time with a ton of fucking mustard. And Courtney, if you're listening, you made the best Bosco burger ever. My male, 42, sister-in-law, 33, recently started selling burgers on Saturdays. She works a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday office job with a good salary, but she's recently discovered that she's pregnant with her ex's baby. He's no longer in the picture, so she is selling burgers for extra income. Now every Saturday, my wife, 40, buys burgers from our family, 3 kids, 12, 10, and 8. My issue is that my sister-in-law sells burgers for $9. So 5 burgers is $45. I mean, $9 isn't that.
No. Are you getting fries with those burgers?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I go to McDonald's and sometimes it's $30 for 2 burgers.
Yeah.
The burgers are tasty, don't get me wrong, but she's using my mother-in-law's recipe that my wife also knows. So I don't know why we are spending $45 weekly on burgers when my wife can make identical ones at home. And we can spend less money on ingredients. To be clear, technically we can afford sister-in-law's burgers comfortably. Just don't see why we should when there are cheaper options. I tried to talk about it with my wife, and she said she mostly buys because she wants to support her sister. I told her that's not our job to support her sister. Besides, as I said, the burgers are tasty and every weekend are sold out in a couple of hours. So I don't think losing our 5 burgers would put a dent in their business. Yesterday I told my wife again we shouldn't buy burgers. And she asked me why I cared. If she was buying them from her own money, not our money. We each have an account and one joint account. I told her it's not about that. I just don't think it's sensible to spend $45 every weekend on burgers when she already knows the recipe. She said she will be spending $36 then because she won't be buying me mine anymore if it bothered me so much. Oh, she ate that up. That's exactly what she did. She bought burgers for our kids and her and didn't buy one for me, which, okay. Anyway, I got a Big Mac for cheaper.
No, you didn't.
You probably spent the same amount. So I thought we were okay, but she's been acting mad at me since yesterday. I fail to see why she's mad. Am I the asshole? Yeah, you're the fucking asshole. Just let her support her sister.
Yeah.
Someone said, call me a dick, even if it's a joint account. The fact that OP said they can comfortably afford them and that there are no pre-existing beef with significant other, with the sister-in-law, then just buy them. It's a sweet thing to do. Wife doesn't need to cook or clean up, and it will help out your sister-in-law without seeming like charity. Like, damn.
I'm also for supporting friends, I guess, and family, but I don't know why he's getting so upset about it. Like, he said, literally, what is the issue?
If they can afford it, it's not like it's breaking the bank. Like, if she's like, I need to get my sister's burgers, and they're like fucking poor, like they can't fucking afford it. They're like going overdrafting because of burgers. But if it's fine, then like, what's the problem?
I don't see an issue here, and I don't understand the point of this post. I understand that the wife can make it, but she wants to support her sister. She's not using your money. She's feeding your children and you. Like,
what's the problem? I'd be like, thank you. I can't wait to have my weekend burger.
Sounds like he doesn't like sister-in-law. Also, how long has this been going on for? 2 months? Like, it's not like...
It's just a fun little weekend thing to do.
Yeah.
And $45 for 5 people is cheap.
Yeah, that is really cheap.
Who cares? And it's supporting someone she loves and cares about. It's not like it's some random person.
Even if it was some random person, you're still supporting, like, you're going...
A small little business.
Yeah. Husband's going and supporting McDonald's. Oh, wow. Pat yourself on the back.
Wow. They really needed that $20 from you. Someone said there's a lot of people in the world, sadly, who are just me.
Mm-hmm.
Me. They don't comprehend that you are actually supposed to care about people outside your nuclear family. Just because you move out of your parents' house and get married doesn't mean that your parents, grandparents, siblings, etc. just become completely unimportant NPCs in your life. OP's one of those people. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hit the nail on the head with that comment.
I wonder what he would say if it was his sister. I don't think he'd fucking care.
Yeah, seems like an asshole.
Why do I keep zooming in? Oh my god. How do you use laptop?
I would just scroll with the touchscreen. It's easier.
Probably. But I keep clicking on fucking ads. Like fucking... This game will make you come in 5 minutes.
Did I really say that?
But do you know those ads?
Yes.
I'd say community takes care of community. She didn't ask to get a handout. She got a side hustle to support her children. People don't have it both ways. Anyone can become a single mom. Mm-hmm. It's not always poor choices. Sometimes it's untimely death. Most people are just a paycheck away from being on the street. Mm-hmm. It's hard out here, and she's just found a way to supplement her income without asking for money.
Yeah, good for OP's sister. That is so true. Like,
OP and people like you are jerks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that, not believe, it's true. Like, anything, your life can change any day.
Literally.
And that's not even like saying like, oh, like live your life, you could die. Like, no, you could lose your job and lose your house.
Yeah. You could lose everything.
You need to like appreciate everything you have. And her hustling and doing this, like, good for OP's sister-in-law, because she's not starting a GoFundMe saying, oh, I have all these kids, help me, or making Facebook posts. Like, I see people make Facebook posts and they're like, help me pay for my kids' Christmas presents. It's like, what? Why are you asking other people to do that? Ask your direct family, not your Facebook friends.
Or,
which might make me sound like an asshole. Or do something like this. Make your burgers.
Yeah, girl, make your burgers. I just want to read one more comment. It says, I love when people agree with us. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's no better way to support family than supporting their business. Sister-in-law isn't asking for handouts. A good burger for $9 or a shitty $6 burger from McDonald's. Mm-hmm. I'll pay the extra money for something that doesn't give me raging stomach ache.
Yeah.
So true.
Oh, so true.
So true, bestie.
So true.
Yeah, you're a fucking asshole. Just let them have their fun little silly burgers. It's not that fucking deep. And $45 for 5 people is a fucking steal. I want to know the name of this burger place.
Yeah, like there's people dying in the world, Kim.
All right, Kim, there are people that are dying.
Like, your life is so simple if that's your biggest issue.
Right?
It's not even a real issue. Like, you're making shit an issue for no reason because you're a bored little man.
Loser!
Leave him.
Leave him. Leave him is kind of crazy for this one. I would just say, she kind of ate with her response. She said, okay.
Okay.
I won't get you one then.
Bye.
He's probably mad because of that. He's like, I gotta eat this fucking McDonald's burger. I didn't think she'd actually go through it.
I hope you have fucking explosive diarrhea.
I hope you're gripping the walls.
And I hope you don't have a bidet.
Yeah, I hope it was so bad that you had to go in the shower immediately after. But you're a man, so you probably did.
And you ran out of toilet paper. So this includes episode 19. Thank you so much for listening.
Yay, the crowd goes wild.
Don't forget to subscribe, rate, send us a comment. You guys can always write in your stories.
Only nice things. Thank you.
You guys can always write in your stories at yapvillepod@gmail.com. And we appreciate and love all of you.
And I think we should end this one with a little song because we didn't sing in the beginning like we usually do.
What's our song going to be? As we go on, we remember all the Reddit stories we yapped together as our lives.
Anyway.
Hey guys, we love you. And we'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Oh, love you.